Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Katie and I'm here to guide you through a beautiful yoga class. So let's get into it. Yoga for the hips. Roll out your mat and let's begin. So let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. You could sit cross-legged or finding a position that's going to serve you and your body today. Hands land down in the lap, sitting up nice and tall. You might begin to rock side to side, just finding the points of connection to your seat underneath, maybe removing that additional flesh just to feel really grounded here. You might choose to allow your palms to face up as a more of a receiving act, and down if you feel like you need to ground yourself. So try both and see where you'd like to land. Take your gaze down or close your eyes and take a deep breath in, and then exhale through an open mouth. Inhale, allow the top of the head to reach higher towards the ceiling, maybe a slight pause at the top, and then exhale, let it go through the mouth. And do one more of those in your own unique breath, maybe pausing for a few moments at the top, and then exhale, let it go. Returning to a long, deep breath in and out through the nose. If the eyes are open and it feels okay, now is the time to close them. Taking this moment to tune into yourself, maybe even placing one hand at the heart and the other hand over top of that first hand, just connecting there with your heart center. And as your eyes are closed, I invite you to take your gaze down towards your heart space. Take this moment if you would like to set an intention for this short but amazing class for the hips, then now is the time to do so. If nothing comes, let that be okay. Take one more long, deep breath in. Exhale, allow the hands to fall back down to the lap and just pause there with your eyes closed. When you feel ready, you can begin to flutter your eyes open, and let's make our way to the back of the mat, sitting back on the heels, or allow something to go in between the hips and the heels, like a blanket or a pillow. Begin to walk your arms away from you, and then begin to lower the forehead towards a tool like a prop, a pillow, or the mat. Taking any shifts or movements that might allow you to just settle in this child's pose. And then on your inhale, draw your hands out towards the right long edge of the mat. So keep pressing your hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the earth, feeling the deep opening in the left side body. One more breath. You can even put your top hand on top of your bottom hand, just feeling that opening and deeper sensation for one more cycle of breath. On your inhale, let's come back to center. Just pause there with the exhale. And the next inhale, draw the hands towards the left long edge of your mat, feeling the opening in that right side of the body, the right side rib cage all the way to the hips. Taking your left hand and placing it over the top of the right hand if that feels like you want a deeper opening. Close your eyes if they're open. One more breath. And then slowly walk the hands back to center on your next inhale. Drawing yourself up to tabletop position, stack the shoulders right above the wrists, spread the fingers wide, stack the hips over the knees, and then begin to drop your belly as you look forward or look up. Cow pose. Take the exhale to slowly tuck the tailbone and then round each vertebra, pressing the mat away, tuck the chin to the chest, cat pose. And then flowing back and forth, inhale, lower the belly towards the mat, look up. And exhale, tuck the tailbone round the spine, chin to chest. Moving back and forth in your own rhythm of breath and taking this time to explore your body. Maybe you do some circular motions. Again, closing down the eyes takes away the sense of sight, so you allow inwards to see what's going on. Move your body in a way that feels good. One more. Inhale as you drop the belly, look forward, and then exhale, press your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Inhale to come up, drop the belly, look up, cow pose. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Doing these a few more times here, really warming up our body, our spine, our shoulders, our hips, the head, the neck. And take your next inhale to come up into neutral tabletop position. Tuck your toes. And then exhale, press the hips back and away from you as you press your chest closer towards the thighs. Bring a generous bend to the knees to begin. And then see if the heels want to come closer to the mat. Maybe you pedal out one heel and then the other, and just seeing how it is to be in this first downward facing dog of this practice. Take an inhale to find some stillness in our downward facing dog. And then exhale, you can lower your knees to the mat as you drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, press the chest back to the thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees, drop the belly, look forward or up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Option 2, inhale as you come forward to plank, shoulders above wrists, and exhale, wave it back, downward facing dog. Choosing the version that's going to support you best today. So just a few more rounds of these, flowing with the breath, uniting breath and body. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale, draw the right foot forward in between the hands, whatever way it gets there. Drop the back knee, keep the back toes tucked. Option to keep both hands framing that right foot. Maybe you come up, press the hands into that front thigh. Option to draw the arms up overhead. Maybe the palms touch. Look up if it's safe on the neck. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Draw the hands to the heart space. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist to the right. So hook the left elbow on the outside right edge of the knee, and maybe even expand your wingspan here. Right arm up, left arm down, twisting from the belly button. Inhale as you draw the hands back to center, and then exhale, draw the chest forward, frame that right foot, pick up the back knee, and if you can, step it all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, draw the left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee. Keeping your hands either framing the left foot, hands pressed into the front thigh, or maybe raise both arms up overhead, possibly the palms touch. Look up if that's okay. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the hands to heart space. Inhale first to lengthen the spine, and exhale, hook the right arm on the outside of the left leg. Take the gaze up if it's available. Press the hands at the heart space. Option 2, lower that right fingertips towards the mat, left fingertips up. One more breath. Exhale, slowly lower the hands back down in front of the heart, and then lower the chest towards the center, frame the front foot, pick up the back knee, send it back, downward facing dog. This time as you inhale, look up to your hands, deeply bend your knees, and then take as many steps as you need. Walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight legs, straight back. Exhale, fold. Draw the belly button into the spine, protecting the low back, and begin to, little by little, stack one vertebra on top of the other, coming to a standing position. Tadasana, arms alongside your body. Inhale to draw one hand to the heart space, and then exhale, draw that second hand over the first hand. Pause here, come back to you. Inhale, draw both arms up overhead, take the gaze up if that's available, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift, and exhale, press both hands into the mat. As you lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, finding your upward facing dog or baby cobra, and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, draw the right leg up, three-legged dog, and then exhale as you draw the shoulders above the wrist, draw the nose to the knee. And then drop that right hand down, finding our back leg off of the mat, your version of a high lunge today. Hands on the thigh or arms up overhead. Take the gaze up. One breath. Exhale, lower the hands towards heart space. Draw the chest forward and towards the mat, and then again, hook that left arm around the outside of the right leg, twisting to the right side. Option to open up the arms. Keep the back knee off the ground, the back heel strong. Exhale, hands come to the heart space. Turn back to center, frame the right foot, and step it back into a three-legged dog. Kick the right foot up. Exhale, lower the legs down. Inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, shift the shoulders over the wrists. Draw the nose to the knee, and then drop the left foot in between the hands, rising up, finding your version of high lunge on this opposite side. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, fill up the body, nourish every cell. Exhale, let it go. Draw your hands together in front of the heart space, lower your chest towards that front thigh, and then hook the right arm around the left leg. Press into the hands as your chest opens up to the left. Possibly open your arms, maybe take the gaze up. Lower the hips a little bit more. Finding your way back to hands pressed in front of the heart space. Turn the chest back to center, frame the left foot, and then kick it back, three-legged dog, left heel up, up, up. Finding the exhale to lower the left leg back down to the mat. Take a few long, deep cycles of breath here. Notice how you feel. And slowly begin to lower the knees towards the earth as you send the hips back towards the heels. Arms extend out of front of you as option number one, or you wrap the arms around side the legs. Close your eyes. Deep inhale. Exhale through an open mouth. One more breath just like that. Inhale as you rise up to tabletop position. Draw the right knee to the right wrist as you draw the right toes out to the left wrist. Lowering the hips evenly down towards the mat. You can place something in between your right glute and the mat to support there. Option to stay up on your fingertips here in our pigeon pose, or maybe you drop down to the forearms using stacked fists or a yoga block as a tool, a support for your head. Option, if it's available to you and both hips are even, draw both arms out and away from you as you lower your forehead to the earth. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into the right hip. Exhale, use that exhale to soften. Inhale, draw the hands back underneath the shoulders if they weren't already there. Slowly press your weight back into that back knee as you allow it to bend, and then draw that right knee back to meet the left tabletop position. And just take a couple movements here that feel good and authentic to you. Arriving back into a tabletop position, this time draw the left knee to the left wrist, left toes to the right wrist. Shimmy the hips down evenly towards the mat. Option to put something underneath the left glute this time. You can stay up on your fingertips, arrive with the forearms on the mat, and allow stack fists to support the forehead. If it's available to you on this side, you can draw both arms out in front of you, surrendering that beautiful third eye of yours, that space between your eyebrows closer to the earth. Closing your eyes if that's available to you. One more long, deep, nourishing breath. At the bottom of that exhale, draw both hands underneath the shoulders if they weren't already there. Tuck the back toes, shift the weight back into that bent right knee, coming back into that neutral tabletop position, and then taking again any movements that kind of get you back into your body here, releasing the left side of pigeon pose. Drawing both feet out to one side, enough so that you can sit on your mat, and then slowly lower the back and the head down towards the mat. You can start with your arms alongside your body. Draw the soles of the feet to the earth. Heels come closer to the glutes to begin. And then begin to kick one foot up and then the other. So a modified legs up the wall here. If you would like to use a wall, go for it. You can hold behind the legs as support if that feels better for you. Or again, keep the arms alongside your body. You might choose to point the toes in the inhale and then exhale, flex them back towards the shins. You could maybe do circular rotations with the ankles, few in this direction, and then opposite way. And then pausing in some stillness here. This pose is so good for our lymphatic system. It's good to promote relaxation. Winding down our yoga practice here, closing the eyes. One more breath. And then slowly drop the heels towards the glute, bending your knees. Maybe you draw your nose close towards the knees. Doesn't matter if it touches. Wrap the arms around the lower legs. And then exhale to lower the head slowly back to the mat. Maybe you shift the knees side to side a few times, acknowledging that low back of yours. And then arriving in a twist on the right side, drop the knees to the right. As you open up your arms wide like a T, or bend at the elbows like cactusing your arms. If you need something deeper, then you take the right hand and place it on the outside edge of the left knee and taking your chin over the left shoulder. There is an option to cross the top leg over the bottom if that's accessible and the left shoulder stays rooted to the mat. On your next inhale, you'll come back to center. Draw the neck back to center first if it wasn't already there. Uncross the legs if they were crossed, and just finding yourself back in the middle of the mat. Knees to your chest, maybe bringing the gentle shifts side to side. And then when you feel ready, drop the knees to the left side, completing our spinal twist. Opening the arms wide or bending at the elbows. You could take your gaze over the right shoulder, and you can take your left hand if you want a little deeper sensation here on the outside of that right leg. Relax the left arm. Of course, there's the option to cross top leg over bottom. A few long, deep breaths here. On your next inhale, draw your head back to center, uncross the legs if they were crossed. Again, drawing your knees back in towards your chest. Noticing how it feels to be in your body with your breath in this moment. And getting any items of comfort if you'd like to put a blanket on. Getting ready for our final pose, Shavasana. Either extending the legs long, allow the feet to splay out to the sides, arms alongside your body, or you can plant the soles of the feet on the mat, maybe taking them mat width apart and allowing the knees to knock in towards one another. Just a great way to support the low back if you're feeling any sensation that's unwanted. Closing down your eyes and just allowing yourself to absorb the nutrients of your yoga practice. You may or may not have heard the quote, "Our issues are in our tissues." And this can be true for a lot of stored emotion held in our hips. And so if you notice that at any point during this time that you wanted to release some emotions, whether that be anger, frustration, sadness, worry, happiness, laughter, whatever it might have been, I hope that you got the opportunity to release some stored emotions there tonight. Today. Take a few more long, deep breaths. And slowly drawing your awareness back into the room, giving your fingers a wiggle, wiggling the toes. You might want to roll your wrists and your ankles out in one direction and then switch and go the opposite way. Let's take a full body stretch. Point both the toes down away from you. Stretch the legs long as you draw the arms up overhead. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, draw the knees into your chest. Maybe giving yourself a moment of gratitude here as you draw your nose closer towards the knees. Wrap your arms around the legs. Choosing a side to roll over to and just pause there using the bottom arm as a pillow just for a moment. And then exhale, press yourself up, coming to close our practice off in a comfortable seated position. Allow the hands to land somewhere comfortable in your lap, sitting up nice and tall. Just notice how you feel here. Begin to draw your hands together in front of the heart space, rubbing your hands back and forth, creating some heat. And then pause. Press both palms together at the heart space with a gentle tuck of your chin to your chest. You bow your head to your hands. Thank you for letting me guide you through this practice. From my heart to yours, namaste.